Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this beautiful 2016 Subaru WRX. Now, I actually own one of these, but 20 years older, but I actually quite love these cars. I can always vouch for them and I think they're a great option, especially if you want something quite sporty, reliable, and actually quite reasonable in terms of its pricing. Now, what we'll do is run through the condition of the particular vehicle as well as some of the few little extra add-ons that have been fitted to this car. Now, starting off at that front end, you've got the very updated, the current shape of the WRX, very aggressive front end, almost kind of focuses in on that Subaru badging right in the middle there. Now, the car does come with these nice sharp headlight design, very sleek design that does integrate into the headlight, front bar quite neatly. It does have a daytime running lamp around the outside of the actual headlight, so that's going to give a great amount of visibility, especially during the day when you're driving around, just to kind of make the car pop out a little bit more. It does have projector globes in there, which again, great dispersion of light, and they're going to give you a really clear light as well. The car does come with fog lamps and indicators down the bottom, being that it is a rally vehicle. It would actually come with these fog lamps fitted. Now, the car, as you can see, has this little extra lip down the bottom, and it actually goes around the whole car. That is an STI lip that has been added to the vehicle, probably by the previous owner. Does give it that slightly extra sportier look, gives it a bit of extra coverage down the bottom, lets it look like it sits a little bit lower when really it's actually its factory height. No other modifications from what I know. And if you notice, just under the headlights, there is also headlight washers located just underneath. Now, being the Subaru, it does have a top-mounted intercooler for the turbo, so it is pretty iconic in terms of their design. So that's why it's got that nice little hood vent, hood scoop, which is going to allow for airflow through to the actual motor to keep the turbo nice and clean. Now, coming across to the side, you can see they do come with these really nice gunmetal grey multi-spoke alloy wheels. And the rims are quite a nice design. Now, in terms of condition, there is a very light gutter rash, probably just on the edge here. It has been touched up, so you can't really notice it too much, especially in the shadow. I don't even know if the camera can pick it up, but it's just got the very slightest little scratching just around the edge of the rim. But other than that, pretty good condition, and they're actually sitting on Pirelli tires, so nothing cheap, actually good quality tires. Little WRX decal on the side. It does have a little vent here. Don't think it's functional. If it is going to allow for cooling through the braking system of the car. Now, coming across the side, the car does come with indicator lamps in the side mirror. That's going to actually elevate the lamp, make it more visible for the other drivers. And you've also got color matched side mirrors and door handles. Now, you will notice the car does come with the weather shields fitted on there, which are a great accessory, make the car look quite nice and full, but also it's going to just allow you to drop the windows a bit, allow for a bit of circulation of airflow into the vehicle. The car also has been tinted by the previous owner, which is great because, again, it looks good on the black, but also we all know the added benefits of tint in a vehicle. Now, the car does have 2 keys with central locking. There is a little pad on the outside of the door handle, which is for locking and unlocking the vehicle. Simply touch the pad and then reach inside the actual handle if you want to unlock it, as long as the key is within proximity. Having a look inside the car now, it does come with the leather interior, so nice leather seats. It does have red stitching through the car, all through the actual seats itself, and also on the inside of the steering wheel and other little aspects on the vehicle. Now, these are a bucket seat shape, being that it is a sports car. You want to make sure you're nice and secure and you're not rolling around the vehicle. There are electric seat controls down the bottom, and you can see the carpets are quite clean, no damage to them whatsoever. There is that little piece of paper in there just after its detail. And having a look at the door card as well, again, quite a nice door card. Doesn't look like it's been damaged or kicked around previously by the previous owner. So these are good signs. It goes to show that the previous owner actually cared about his vehicle, did care about looking after it, actually fitting it out with the right kind of things. Having a look in the actual back seats, if I get that unlocked, you can see again, back seats are very clean, no damage to the leather itself, no creasing or markings that are noticeable, no tears, no stains, all good signs, and actually very clean example, of a WRX. Having a look at the second alloy wheels, again, those have not been damaged, don't seem to have any scratches on those like the front ones. Generally the fronts will get the most damage, which is good to see. You can see that little STI badging there along the side skirts. Fuel cap is on the right hand side of the vehicle. Now, coming across to the actual back end of the car, which is probably one of the more, these are actually all round very nice looking cars, but the tailgate is very aggressive. Got that nice diffuser down the bottom, or the splitter, and you've also got the diffuser, which does come factory on the WRX with the quad tip exhaust, dual tip, however you want to put it. WRX badging and all-wheel drive badging, being that it is an all-wheel drive vehicle. It does come with this little boot lip, which gives it quite a sporty look, a pretty sleeper kind of look. You can also add on a spoiler if you wanted to down the line. They look quite great on these vehicles. And you've also got that shark fin antenna at the top for the digital radio. Now the car does come with the reverse camera, which is plenty. It's all you really need for a car like this. Plenty of coverage, and you can again open the boot from the actual remote or the little button underneath the Subaru badging. But having a look inside, you've got your carpet mats in the back of the car, probably put in the back after it's detailed. They are genuine WRX ones, you can see there. And it does also come with a boot liner in the back of the car, which is a great little accessory to keep your boot lining nice and clean. And if I lift up this little compartment, you can see there is a space saver spare wheel just underneath there. Now it doesn't look like it's been used. All your jack and tools are also located under there. I'm not going to play around with it too much as I only have one hand to use, but you can see lots of space in the back of this car as well, unlike some of the other WRXs, which can be quite small in terms of space. Closing this up, coming across to the passenger side of the car. Now paintwork on this car is actually pretty phenomenal. Being that it is a pearlescent car, you want to make sure it's protected, and you're going to want to keep that pearlescent shine and sparkle, because that is why this car is a little bit more unique to your other vehicles. Now this one, again, it's sitting on Pirelli tires. I thought there might have been different tires, but you've actually got lots of tread on there. And having a look at that third wheel, generally this side will get the most damage, so you can see a bit of gutter rash there. But other than that, the actual rest of the rim presents pretty reasonably well. Paintwork on the passenger side is very good. Now, one thing that's unique with this car is on the passenger side, under the side mirror, there is actually a camera located just under there. That is actually part of the reverse camera system. So when you put the vehicle into reverse, it will show you your reverse camera and also this side of the car. Now, considering this person has actually scratched his rims, he hasn't used this feature very well, which is a bit disappointing, but hopefully you are able to make the most of this feature and not scratch your rims as much as they have, or at all. I wouldn't say they're significantly scratched, but they are scratched, and I don't think you should be scratching them with at least a camera on the side. But a bit of gutter rash there again on the edge. Generally that's the one with the most damage, but you can see again that rim presents pretty well. So you got a pretty nice clean example of a 2016 WRX. It is a new shape, looks great, looks very aggressive. It's got nice little lip spoilers. Now what we're going to do is actually pop the hood and have a look inside. Alright, having a look inside the engine bay. Now you can see it's pretty nice engine bay system. These do run a boxer motor. Now this is not like the old EJ motors. It actually runs an FA motor, which is a new and revised motor. Quite a nice fitment. You can see got all the plastics on the top, so it says Subaru Boxer direct injected turbo system, so very good delivery of power. Top mount intercooler right on the top there, and you've also got that shroud which is going to funnel the air right into that intercooler. Now what we have here is a 4-cylinder 2-litre turbo petrol motor. Now the car actually is a 6-speed manual gearbox, which means extra boost, plenty of gears to shift through, great for cruising as well. Now this car has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, which is plenty for the passengers in the car. This motor actually produces 197 kilowatts, which is a great amount of power with 350 Newton meters of torque. Makes it quite a unique and powerful vehicle. It does run on your premium fuel with a 60-litre capacity fuel tank, and does have a combined fuel consumption of 9.2 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of about 652 kilometers off a full tank. But that again is dependent on how you drive the vehicle, and considering it's WRX, I don't think you're going to be driving it very conservatively. Now taking a look inside the WRX, you can see pretty nice car on the inside. It does have all the necessary kind of features that you would need in a car. So driver's side door, all fully electric windows for both front and back, which is a very good little feature. Central locking button above that, and your window lock controls. Now up above is your side mirror controls. There is a little button to actually fold in your side mirrors, especially if you park on the side of the street, or you can just leave it out and you've got the toggles to actually adjust it. Now on the right hand side of the dash are a few little extra buttons. So first button being the most important button in the vehicle, your engine stop start. So you will want to have the clutch in and the brake in, and then you press the button, and that's how the car will actually turn on. Next that is your illumination for your cluster, a stability control button, a boot release button, and you've also got 2 seat presets. Being that this is an electric seat, you can have 2 different settings. So if 2 different people sit in the vehicle, you can have 2 different, you just simply press the button and the seats will adjust itself. Underneath that, there is a blind spot button. So there are blind spot indicators in your side mirrors. That's going to notify you if there is a car in your blind spot or in your rear cross traffic system, which is if you're pulling out, if there's a car passing you by, it'll actually light up to tell you that there's actually a car that you cannot see. So very nice, comfortable safety feature in the car. On the right hand side is your left and right indicator with fog lamp controls and your headlight controls. Now the car does run an automatic headlight system, just leave it in auto, car's going to decide when it needs to turn it on. And your left hand side has your wipers and washers, which I'm going to give it a spray because the glass can do with a bit of a clean. Now on the steering wheel, again the steering wheel is in very good condition. You can see no real wear or tear or marks that are noticeable in regards to being damaged or just general wear and tear. So pretty nice steering wheel, very sporty design. Right hand side has all your cruise control settings, left hand side has a few little controls for your volume, for your actual head unit, your source, Bluetooth connection, call reject with voice control, and a little button to flick through your head unit. Now underneath there are 3 little paddles that is actually for the display in your dash. So that's going to give you your speed, a digital speedometer, it's got lap timers if you're going to use that, and a little bit of other information settings you can have. Now coming over to the actual entertainment system on the center console, you've got two displays, so one at the top there and one at the bottom. So the one at the top on the left hand side is going to show your AC control, so you can adjust it using the hard buttons down here. It is dual zone climate control, so driver and passenger have their own settings. You adjust it here, and up there will show you exactly how the air is circulating, what kind of fan speed you're on, all those kinds of things. Now the display on the right is actually, it's going to give you a bit of driver information. So currently it's showing your boost, being that it's a turbo car, it's good to be able to see what kind of boost you're pushing, especially when you're driving, or if you plan on racing, whatever things you want to do with the car. You can flick through it, that's going to give you your kilometers, your torque, your braking, all this kind of information for the driver, especially considering these were rally cars or track cars, you can use it for those kinds of things. And below that, you've got this nice little touchscreen head unit. Does come with inbuilt navigation, as you can see, where it can drive in Berwick. If I go back to home, you have your standard audio, which has AM, FM radio and Bluetooth connectivity, as well as your Pandora Connect and SD card, and also your Bluetooth connection and apps, which is for your mobile connect. So it's got Mirror Link and Pandora, so it'll pretty much mirror your screen on the phone there. But you'll only really need that for maps, and you've got the inbuilt maps anyway. Underneath is a storage compartment with an auxiliary and USB input. There is also a 12-volt socket for any extra charging, not a cigarette lighter. Behind that is the nice manual gear shifter. Now there is a little WRX embroidery just to let you know exactly what you're driving. Being that it is a 6-speed, you've got great throws all through the car. Very comfortable box to use, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Now to put it into reverse, you do have to lift this up and move it all the way to the left, and that'll bring up the reversing system. So reverse camera located in this screen, and at the top there you notice there is another display which is for that side mirror camera which I pointed out earlier. So you can see quite clearly it is actually showing the front of the vehicle, so when you're going to be parking you can see out the front. You can see the you can't really see the wheel turning from where you are, but yeah, very cool system in these Rexys. Got 2 cup holders, a manual handbrake pardon me, and a nice center console armrest. If I lift it up, there is an additional 12-volt socket in there for any extra charging that you might be doing. And if I get the camera person to pan up, you will notice the car actually comes with a sunroof. So I'll slide that back. You can fully open it, it's fully automatic. Close it, you will need to, yep, that's automatic. And there is a button to actually tilt it if you just want to allow for a bit of airflow through the vehicle. All your interior lighting, and if I just get the camera person to pan around, show you the condition, nice black or charcoal roof. Leather seats are in very good nick. Even the passenger seats you can see not really worn down. Bolsters are still very firm, no real creasing on the leather. Now the car does have a Harman & Kardon sound system, which is a premium level sound system. Great quality speakers. It does come with a great sound quality in the cabin as well, because it has been insulated quite well. Beautiful car. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2016 Subaru WRX in the manual and in this beautiful pearlescent color. Now you can see how nice of a car this actually is. Great example of a well-maintained, tasteful modifications such as your cosmetic modifications. Very clean example. Now if you do have any additional questions in regards to the vehicle, the number to dial is 99070555. Now just before I go, this car actually qualifies for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection up to 200,000 kilometers, and that is actually going to cover you for 181 electrical and mechanical parts. So there is great value in this, especially if you could plan on keeping this for a little while. Now in addition to that, you will also get 10 years platinum roadside assistance. With that, another thing I would highly recommend you speak to us about is our Hydro Pack. Now what that will offer you is a lifetime warranty on this beautiful pearlescent paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain the vehicle, and it's also going to protect it, which is the most important aspect. Going to protect it from your bird droppings, spat droppings, oxidization, and the best part of it is it actually comes with an interior and an exterior protection that is going to come with a lifetime warranty, and considering it is leather, you're going to want to take advantage of these. Now these two things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump on a Google, search up Berwick Mitsubishi, and actually see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people, the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.